Today we're going to cover the new contact flow logging feature for Amazon Connect. Amazon announced this in November 2017. Here's a sample of the contact flow logs. You can use the logs to help you with troubleshooting while you're configuring the contact flows. Afterwards, you can still use them to monitor what's going on in production. For example, they can come in handy when you need to analyze a particular customer interaction. You can also use them to spot some inefficiencies in your contact flows, for example, a route where customers often get confused and end up using a default route. It's also possible to configure log alerts based on some specific event patterns. You may already noticed Amazon Connect stores your contact flow logs through CloudWatch, and that's in the same geographical region as your contact center instance. So how do you enable this feature? First, go to your AWS Management Console. Then find the Amazon Connect service. Once you've done that, you'll need to enable the feature per instance of Amazon Connect. Now go to the Connect instance, and in the Contact Flow section, you'll have this checkbox, and make sure to have it enabled. You'll still need to enable the feature per each contact flow. So let me show you how to do that. Navigate to your Amazon Connect instance and log in as an administrator. Then you navigate to contact flows. You modify an existing contact flow or simply create a new one. Now, to enable contact flow logging for this entire contact flow, simply add the set logging behavior block and make sure you have it set to enabled. If you plan to ask your customers for some private data in the contact flow, you can exclude that part from the logs by adding the sensitive part between disable and enable logging blocks. Before we get into creating contact flows, let me show you how to find a specific customer interaction in the contact flow logs. Let's say your contact center supervisor asks you to analyze a self-service contact as the customer complained that XYZ happened in the IVR. It's not a problem, just make sure you have the contact ID at hand, as that uniquely identifies a call throughout the interaction. You can get the ID from Amazon Connect Contact Search, which is right here. Once you have your contact ID at hand, you can simply go to the log section of your CloudWatch console and then focus on the log group that's related to your Amazon Connect instance. For me, it's this one. If you know on which day did your contact happen, you can simply go into that particular log group. But if your customer care center was quite busy at the time, this may be broken down into multiple log streams. I have a sample contact ID at hand. I'll go to my CloudWatch console and search against all the log streams, as I don't know on which day did this contact happen. Now I need to type my search filter. I can either paste the contact ID enclosed in double quotes, like this, or I can use the following syntax, and this allows me to extract values from JSON log events. That's just CloudWatch syntax. You can find out more on the official page for filter and pattern syntax. Now that we have this contact filtered out, let's take a look into the logs and see what happened. First, we enabled the logging. Then we played a prompt to the caller, saying that we thank them for contacting the service desk. Next, we tried getting users' input with Amazon Lex bot, and we know exactly which bot was that. It's the incident bot. It seems the Lex bot was triggered successfully if the caller already got to a part where we tried to fulfill their intent with a Lambda function. We played a prompt saying that a case was successfully opened on the customer's behalf. And that's it. Now you know what happened to this contact. Now, if this was a more complex contact flow, I would definitely recommend opening the log files and contact flow editor side by side so you can compare what did you expect versus what actually happened and what was logged. That's it, now you know how to read through the contact flow logs. My favorite part of this is that I didn't need to log into 5 different application servers, copy over text files, open 20 text files with my text editor, etc. What can I say? The cloud is spoiling us.